Welcome. My name is Sven van Hemmes and I'm the Technical Director and your host for today. Our demo will show you different setups and solutions for your upcoming digital events. I'm standing here backstage to get us started. But first, I want you to get familiar with how we build a setup and I want you to meet the crew. Follow me. Be assured, we take safety very serious. So before I go in, I'll disinfect my hands. Oh yeah, one more thing. This format is a streaming event, so therefore the Q&A is organized via email. Sending all your questions to the following email address: questions@eventronics.eu. So, I'm ready to start this demo. Are you? Let's move on and I'll show you the studio. This is a mobile studio setup. We can bring this wherever you want. Think of a soundproof space of minimum 150 square meters and 3 meters minimum high ceiling, with standard technical equipment like power and internet. And we bring all the rest: decor, furniture, stage, audio, light and video equipment. Let's now meet the technical crew. This is Tara. She's selecting the best images for you from the 4 cameras we have in this studio. We have 2 mobile cameras and 2 robotic cameras. Christophe is operating the robotic cameras. Jeroen is dealing with my auto cue. And then we have Ben, our technical coordinator. Here we have Patrick. He is managing all the microphones. And Christophe is dealing with the lights. And of course, not to forget you, Peter, behind this camera. Now I want to show you something cool. Maybe you've seen it already. Come on, follow me. This is a green key. I'm sure you have all heard of it. And in a digital setting, this is of great use. Let's play with it. Can somebody give me a background, please? Okay. Looks great, don't you think? Or maybe another setting? Aha, welcome to Rome. Can you show me maybe a virtual studio now? Very nice. And maybe a car, for example? Nice car, don't you think so? Okay, I think you get the picture. We can use still images, animations, presentations, movies, and even 3D environments as a background. But hey, my director is giving me the signal that it's time to move on to our main stage. Let's go. Let me now explain how we work with the tools we are using. We start working with a draft script and storyline for the event. We define the goals, key messages, target audience, and we determine the different possible formats. Is it, for example, an interview, or a discussion, a presentation, a product release, or maybe a combination? For each type of digital event, we have plenty of different techniques to be used. For example, green key, picture-in-picture, multi-camera setup, video bumpers, different stage setups, and so on. We create a technical script in parallel to the storyline to make sure that every aspect is captured and covered technically. That's how we create interesting and creative digital events. But let's move on to another crucial team member, our streaming director. Steve, can you tell us something about the internet connection for streaming?
Sure. I will tell you a bit more about the possible solutions we have for excellent internet quality here in the studio. First of all, we have our well-known cable broadband internet connection like we all have at home. Of course, without any firewall or other restrictions on it. Secondly, we have our cellular 4G or 5G ready mobile routers. These type of mobile networks become very fast nowadays, and we can even combine multiple SIM cards to make one strong connection. And if nothing else works, we still have the satellite connection. we come on site with the SNG truck, point it out and establish the up and down link with our servers. But the story doesn't stop there. On top of everything, we also have our load balancer. The load balancer forms the glue between all solutions and is able to combine the broadband, mobile and even the satellite connection to one super connection. Elon Musk would be jealous. Now back to you, Sven.
Thank you, Steve. I will come back to you with some more questions. Let's talk about pre-recorded videos. Pre-recorded videos can be of great use if you want to show your company's assets to the attendees of your digital event. Some videos require lots of editing, special effects, graphics, and can therefore only be pre-recorded. During your digital event, you can show them in multiple ways. Well, let's try some. Guys, can you start a video on this screen, please? Ah, the nice beach. Well, can you put it full screen now? And can you put me somewhere on the screen so people can see me and the video? Because this is used a lot when presentations show very detailed content and you want to see the presenter. This is what we call picture-in-picture. And of course, they can put me wherever they want. Okay, thanks guys, that's enough. I think it's clear. Let's go more in detail on the technical requirements for the attendees and how we have to see the different streaming possibilities. Who else than Steve to help us with that? Steve, are you there?
Yes, thanks, Sven. By the way, did you know you are watching a one-to-many live stream? That means that we are streaming to many people out there, but only in one direction. If you as a viewer could stream yourself to us in the studio, it would be called a many-to-many stream. However, that would require additional software on your device, which is typical for any kind of video conference. But let's come back to this stream and let's have a look at the technical requirements for the attendees. It's actually very simple. They just need a device connected to the internet. This can be a computer, laptop, tablet, smartphone, you name it. Preferably, a recent operating system and browser must be installed. And also here, the internet connection is very important. We recommend a cabled or strong Wi-Fi enabled network, but even in the back of your car, you can watch our content using your mobile connection. However, be aware of too many house members watching Netflix at the same time. They could drain your network while you are watching our much more important content. Next in line are the different streaming possibilities. You are watching right now to a single video feed. But what if you could have a second feed playing in its own window, or even a third feed, all combined together and all synchronized? You could have me speaking in one window, my presentation in another window, and we can even see you, Sven, in the third window. This way of streaming is called rich media streaming and has a lot more options than classic streaming. For example, as an attendee, you could navigate through the slides or choose which window to expand to see the content in more detail.
Thank you, Steve. That was interesting. Let's talk about how we safeguard your content. To make sure your data is protected as much as possible, there are multiple measures we can take. We send the link to the streaming the day prior to the event. And the streaming is distributed through the Mediasite platform, which is a stable, renommated and a closed platform. The streaming is then protected with username and password, and both are sent separately. No right-click or saving files is possible in the player, so attendees cannot save the video files or presentations. And during live events, there is no possibility to rewind or go back in time in the player. And in the studio, during preparations and the digital event, the producer is in charge of the content. It will only be distributed to the crew when needed and in a controlled environment. And all these measures should prevent your data of being misused. We should, of course, analyze every project separately to see what safety measures are needed. So I think that we covered quite some technical aspects of digital events. Don't forget to mail us all your questions. And thank you for watching. And let's meet soon to organize your next digital event.